$20 Casio after 2 years. Still worth it?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at a watch I've worn on and off for the past 2 years. The Casio MTP-VD02L-7EUDF, a budget-friendly analog timepiece that I picked up for around $21. Now why did I choose this one? Simple. I was drawn to its clean, modern design, and let's be honest, there's just something charming about that small date window at 6 o'clock. It's almost like Casio's whispering, yeah, I'm classy, but also practical. The red accented second hand adds a dash of character to an otherwise minimalist layout. It's not flashy, but it's got style, kind of like a quiet guy at a party who secretly got the best playlist. Another big reason I clicked buy now. The case size, a sweet spot at 41mm, which wears comfortably even on my slender 6.5-inch wrist. It doesn't overwhelm the wrist, but it doesn't disappear either. It's just right. Now, let's be real. It's only rated at 30 meters of water resistance, which basically means it'll survive rain, hand washing, or an unexpected splash while doing the dishes. But don't take it swimming unless you're trying to test Casio's warranty team. Despite the entry-level spec sheet, it's been one of my regular rotation watches, and I've already changed the battery once. It takes the SR626SW, which typically lasts up to 3 years. Mine lasted just under 2, probably because I can't stop checking the time when I'm bored.
Case dimensions and wearability.
Let's talk numbers, because when it comes to wristwatches, dimensions matter, especially if you're shopping online and don't want to end up with a wall clock on your wrist. Case diameter, 41mm, the Goldilocks size for many wrist types. Lug-to-lug distance, 48mm, this gives it a decent wrist presence without looking like a hockey puck. Thickness, just about 9.6mm, thin enough to slip under a cuff, whether you're wearing a dress shirt or just pretending to be formal on Zoom calls. Lug width, a comfortable 22mm, which opens up a world of aftermarket options. Seriously, whether you want NATO straps, leather, rubber, or a metal bracelet, this thing is a strap monster. Weight, approximately 55 grams, lightweight but not toy-like. It has enough heft to remind you it's there, but won't weigh down your wrist or your conscience.
Wrist shot.
Alright, time for the wrist check. Let's take a look at how this Casio MTP-VD02L wears on my modestly sized 6.5-inch wrist. Now, at 41mm, it's not exactly a tiny watch, but it's definitely wearable, even for those of us in the smaller wrist alliance. There's a little bit of lug overhang, sure, but honestly, I'm not losing sleep over it. Because here's the thing, wrist presence isn't everything. It's not always about whether the watch fits by the book. Sometimes it's about how you feel when you're wearing it. And me? I genuinely love the minimalist vibe of this watch. That clean white dial, the subtle date window, and that little splash of red on the second hand, it just works. It's not about size, it's about style, personality, and passion. Also, let's be real, I'm not the kind of guy who changes his watch just because someone on Reddit says it's too big for me. I wear what I like, and that's the kind of confidence Casio brings to the table, even at just 20 bucks. So yeah, it may not fit like a custom glove, but it fits me, and that's what matters.
Watch condition. After 2 years of real-world wear.
Let's talk wear and tear, because after 2 years of regular use, you better believe this watch has a few stories to tell, mostly in the form of scratches, scuffs, and wrinkles. Starting with the mineral crystal. Yep, it's got a few scratches here and there. Nothing tragic, nothing that ruins visibility, but they're there if you tilt the watch just right under a bright light, or if you stare at it too long while procrastinating at work. For a budget piece, that's to be expected. It's a battle scar, not a blemish. Moving on to the polished bezel and case, you'll notice some notable scratches, especially around the edges. This is pretty normal for a shiny, chrome finish case worn regularly. These surfaces love collecting character over time, whether from brushing up against doorknobs, zippers, or your own clumsiness. Now, the medium-sized crown, which I'm fairly certain is made of stainless steel, is still going strong. It performs well when setting the time, and has never given me trouble. No stripped threads, no weird wobbling, just smooth functionality. Shout out to Casio for not skimping on the basics. As for the stainless steel case back, yep, there are scratches there too. Again, nothing too deep, and certainly nothing to worry about. But I do have to admit, after I opened it to replace the battery, I didn't quite get the alignment back to factory perfect. So now the engraving's sitting just a bit crooked. It bugs me slightly, but not enough to actually fix it. Yet, I promise I'll get to it. Eventually. Then we've got the faux leather strap, also known as imitation leather, or pleather if you're feeling cheeky. After 2 years, it's showing creases and wrinkles, especially where the buckle pin presses down. Surprisingly though, there's no fading or discoloration so far. It's held up better than I expected. That said, I'm planning to swap the strap for a brown genuine leather one. Not because the original one broke, it's still hanging in there, but I just think the dial would look awesome with a nice matte brown strap. It'll give the watch a warmer, more grown-up vibe. Budget watch makeover coming soon.
Dial condition after 2 years of use.
The matte white dial has held up beautifully, still offering excellent contrast with the markers and hands. No signs of discoloration or fading. The surface remains free of scratches or wear marks, preserving its original neat appearance. The bold, black rectangular indices are still crisp and legible. No smudging or fading even on close inspection. The distinctive double rectangle marker at 12 o'clock continues to make orientation quick and effortless. The single thick black rectangles remain sharp and well-defined. The printed black markers have not worn off or degraded, showcasing the durability of the ink and print quality. Thin black hash marks, minute markers around the dial remain precise and intact. At 5-minute intervals, the small Arabic numerals 05, 10, 15, and so on remain legible with no smearing or ink fade. Chapter ring. The black printed minute track is still finely detailed and contributes to easy time reading. Hour hand. The thick black sword-style hour hand has kept its sharp edges and consistent finish. Minute hand. Still longer and thinner than the hour hand, it remains well aligned with the markers for easy legibility. Second hand. The slim red second hand has kept its vivid color, adding a pop of contrast. It still sweeps cleanly to the edge of the dial. The date window at 6 is still nice and sharp, though it's pretty small. So if you have trouble reading fine print, you might need to squint a little. Frame. The white square border remains unblemished and matches the dial seamlessly. Font. The date numerals continue to be bold and easy to read with no fading. The Casio branding under the 12 o'clock marker remains bold and intact. The small WR label is still clearly visible, showing no signs of wear. Japan movement near the 6 o'clock mark remains sharply printed and adds a subtle touch of authenticity. Overall impression after 2 years. Exceptional clarity. The white dial and black markers continue to provide high contrast and readability. Functional beauty. Everything remains in place, accurate, and legible. Timeless simplicity. The modern minimal aesthetic has stayed fresh and relevant. Everyday dependability. The dial continues to perform exactly as it should, with no loss of legibility or charm.
Lume check, still glowing after all this time.
Now let's talk about the Lume, because who doesn't love a bit of glow in the dark? After 2 years, I'm happy to report the Lume on this Casio is still going strong, well, as strong as budget Lume can be. It's applied only to the hour and minute hands, so don't expect a full-on light show here. Yes, I do wish the hour markers lit up too, especially for better nighttime legibility. But hey, at this price point, around $20 to $25 USD, I'm not pulling out a magnifying glass to nitpick. For the cost of a takeout meal, I'll gladly accept some compromise. The glow doesn't last all night, but it's bright enough initially to check the time in the dark without fumbling for your phone. It's the kind of lume that says, I'm here to help, for about 15 minutes.
Water resistance. A budget watch that doesn't fear the sink.
Now for the $1 million. Okay, $20 question. Does the 30 meters of water resistance still hold after 2 years? Yes, surprisingly well. I've run this watch under tap water, splashed it during kitchen chaos, and even let it sit in a sink full of water for a few minutes while washing dishes. The result? Still ticking, no condensation, no fogging under the crystal, and definitely no internal drama. Now let's be clear, 30 meters doesn't mean swimming or showering with it. It basically means, don't worry if you forget to take it off while washing your hands. But for everyday use, it's held up impressively. This little guy may be basic, but it's tougher than it looks. So yes, 2 years later, water resistance is still solid, and I'm not afraid to rinse off a little dirt when needed. Just don't take it diving.
Final thoughts. 2 years later, still a winner?
After wearing the Casio MTP-VD02L-7EUDF for 2 years, I can confidently say it's held up far better than its price tag would suggest. It's not just a watch, it's a low-maintenance companion for everyday life. Pros. 1. Affordable price. You can pick this up for around $20 to $25, which is incredible for what you get. 2. Clean, minimalist design. A versatile look that fits both casual and semi-formal wear. 3. Red accented second hand. Adds a pop of character without overcomplicating the dial. 4. Comfortable 41mm size. Wears well on smaller wrists without being too bulky. 5. Easy to read layout. Matte white dial and black markers equals great legibility. 6. Surprising durability. Still water resistant after 2 years and no major wear on the internals. 7. Good lume on the hands. Still glows decently for quick nighttime time checks. 8. Strap customization. 22mm lug width opens the door to tons of strap options. Cons. 1. Only basic water resistance 30 meters. Not suitable for swimming or heavy water exposure. 2. Scratches over time. Mineral crystal and polished surfaces do pick up marks with regular wear. 3. No lume on indices. Would have been nice for complete night legibility. 4. Faux leather strap. Gets creased and worn over time. Replacing it is a good idea. Who is this watch for? 1. Budget-conscious buyers looking for a reliable, stylish, everyday watch. 2. Beginners getting into the world of wristwatches without breaking the bank. 3. Minimalist design lovers who want a clean, modern look. 4. Folks with smaller wrists looking for a comfortable, medium-sized case. 5. Anyone who needs a grab-and-go beater watch for daily wear, errands, or even light office use. In short, this Casio is a total sleeper hit. It's proof that you don't need to spend a fortune to get a good-looking, functional, and dependable watch. After 2 years, it's still going strong and still keeping time like a champ.
I think that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching our 2-year review of the Casio MTP-VD02L. If you enjoyed this breakdown, or if you own this watch and it's been through its own wild adventures, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this video helped you out, please consider subscribing and giving it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel and keeps the content coming. And hey, if you want to support the channel directly, check out the Buy Me a Coffee link or the Amazon affiliate links down in the description. No pressure, just good vibes. See you again in the next one. Bye for now and stay frugal, my friends.